Oye, como va? Alright, last time my internet connection dropped out mid, like, what was it, battle? I don't remember. It was something. So we're going to redo some of that. And I think I missed it too initially when it dropped out. What happened? Oh. It's being weird. where am I at? Hey, daydreamer. She was a daydreamer. One word turkey, yeah. That's not the lyrics. What's the notification about? Oh, thank you. Again, I don't do nothing. So today, I guess we're going to jump back into it. Is there anything I need to do? Hold on, event. Fragrance gift. I should probably investigate. Leveling up some of my guys here, which is a double-edged sword, double-edged sword, of course, because right now it's only events, and the events are super easy except for the challenges. Did I go to the dormitory? No, we are daily looking at growth, I suppose. So yeah, I want to go here real quick. Is that Klukai? Let's make her better. So I like how, again, I kind of mentioned that in the description. The last stream I was going on a huge Nintendo rant and then my internet died. So I was just like, it is what it is. Let's not expand yet. Do I have, okay. No, I want to level up. That was a lot. So I need to look at our sharkery, I guess. What the fuck? Alright, interesting. Okay, I want to go stack. Is there any point to not do that? 2 old grow stack. What the hell? I didn't do max. Alright, neural integration. Is there something I don't have? Optical illusion. Golden melody. Oh, okay, I have that. I have a gun for her already. I don't want to switch. And I don't use Peritia. All right, we're fine then. We'll have to discover the others. Okay, what's on here? Let's boss fight up. At some point I need to do the mission objectives, but again, I don't think the boss fight mode is compelling enough to show off. Oh my god. There's so much going on. Okay. This is up, is that what's going on? It's not up. Whatever, we'll do it anyway. I know well, hold on, actually. While I'm here, is there one I didn't, okay. I already did one. Let's fuck around. We'll slowly get through these. Alright. There we go. It all gets confusing. These are level 41 dudes too. So these will get more difficult. Excuse me. Coughing. So maybe we'll be done with this 6th one in like 8 streams. If I do one every like 3rd. No, power. Power needs Zeppeli. That's a decent group. Okay. What do I have any objectives? I forget how this works. Just don't die. I cannot die. At least this gets us into combat pretty soon. Although then again, like when I jump into the one, I'll just skip ahead to the combat. I think. Anime girl XCOM. Kill it. Don't let it survive. Okay, this way. Now we're good. Man, she talks some shit, this one. Who's that? Grotza. Grotza. Only got 4 left. Should be simple. On fire back. You fire back too. There we go. Way dead. Where's he going? Can Zeppeli get him? Zeppeli can get him. It's whatever. Like the music and kind of presentation right now very much reminds me of like oh my god. Fucking kill him. Okay. What was it? Those PS2 Xbox generation. Shit, I'd play a D-make, so I mean it wouldn't even be a D-make. I bet you could get something graphically approximate on that fucking on like the Xbox at least. I think she just shoot him. Okay. Hey, not as much detail like the characters, but they still look anime. Okay. If we get anything done tonight before my internet crashes again, because I guess it's going to be that time when my internet starts to suck ass. It's that. So we have accomplished some battle. Supply missions. I think I need this. I really need a lot of these. Okay, good. Okay. Which also unlocks our or events, fragrance gift. Okay, I want to do 2 of those. It's fine. There. I'm so close. Outfit, swimsuit, idol. Oh, we're maxed out. $500. I mean, that's better than that. She has like 200,000 for leveling up. All right. Anything else? Oh, up recruitment. So I did 1 for her, right? I kind of don't want her. thinking. What's the gun? Who's it for? Diane? Oh shit. I wish it was like separate. 'Cause, yeah, I could definitely use that. Shit. And her gun is... Shit. Alright, fuck it. Wait a minute. I've got 67. Shit. I'm not gonna roll for this. I'm just gonna see how far I can go. I will, fuck it, we'll roll. We will roll. What the fuck? Okay. What happened? It's okay. It's a, what's her face? I mean, I'll take that, I guess. Yeah. I was like the first, I don't want her, and I was like, oh, did I just get her? Right away? No, that's good. Okay, good. Alright, now we reset on Mekti, I suppose, so let's go back to the refitting room. Oh, I have two. No, I don't. I have one. I can't read. Very good. Let's in fact level her up. Do I have the money? See, you need so much money. I want to level her up. Oh, I need more stock boost bars. T4. Fuck. Okay. All right, we are now going. Oh shit! I'm fucking around. Back into the event. I'll click it. Path Forger. I'm not going to do. I'll probably do that. Maybe. We'll see. I'm done with the assault simulation, right? Okay. Yeah. Hazard Patrol. Hazard Patrol is kind of fun, but we need to do this. See how far I get. I'll skip the story segment since we already saw that. Did they not notice? Oh, it's a robot. Oh, that's right. I was gonna do a fancy fucking crew to play support. Two supports? But why do I need two? Okay, that's fine. It'd be funny if my internet crashes again during this part, and we'll just never have to do it. 'Cause I was like doing this, and I was like, oh fuck. No, she doesn't. She's like a support character. Okay. What about her? Hell yeah. Nice. Kofne. Is there anything I need to do? Alright, one within 6 turns. Eggs are gonna hatch, man. So I need to get Kofne. Go, little woman. Your little pistol. Right. We got a problem. Nemesis has like no fucking range. I mean, she's got shooting range, but she can't run. What about Klukai? That's just a long way, yeah. We'll just go straight through. Klukai is like moving, like the way she moves is like she's got some weight to her. It's fucking dense as fuck. Meanwhile, that little one, you probably throw her. Very cool. What is the next one going to be a story segment? Is that why it's kicking me out right away? Oh, it is. What's over here? Oh, third. We're gonna do one of these real quick. So I don't want to sit through nonstop story bullshit quite yet. I mean, I will if I have to, but we don't have to. So I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's fine. Let's start. Bomb indeed. Go into the shit, little girl. I guess she's like twice of Epley's size. Okay. Oh shit. I thought I had clicked on Nemesis. Nemesis is over here. Kills him, that's what it does. Alright, and can Nemesis, did I fuck that up? Alright, now Nemesis can shoot that thing. Whatever, it's good enough. Nemesis sucks, she has no movement. Okay, I need to get rid of Nemesis. Nemesis is not good for my playstyle in the slightest. Which is, this, not that this game really needs playstyle since right now it's so easy. Ooh, fuck. On to Lolo, you got like a nice little arrangement here of death and destruction. What's this do? Whatever, just try it, see what happens. Well. Okay, I need to. Oh my fucking god, Nemesis. shit, it's going on the screen. Alright, shoot that one. Really, Nemesis? Okay. We'll give Nemesis the kills at least. Yeah, I just want to do one. Then we got, okay, all those. And hold on a second. Oh, shit, I left. I grossed this. I wanted to go to the place. Well, indulge ourselves. Sounds like I want to actually say it. What it is. Can't energy drink. Okay. Now let's go back to the story. We will indulge. Hold on. Yeah, I just gotta go through it. I'm trying to delay it. Alright, we will relax and enjoy the atmosphere of with this fucking Oblivion Skyrim music going on.
Probably 調査隊に確認した。集落は奴らの担当よ。私たちは周辺半径500メートルの調査に向かうわ。
Reserve the rights. Okay. Multitasking.
効率を上げるために二手に分かれるわよ。私と
一緒なんだよね。
今回はいいけど、次からはちゃんと命令を聞きなさい。
はーい、グルカンお姉ちゃん。よかった。アンドリストなら。
サボったら殺す。アンドリス、ちゃんと見張ってなさいよ。じゃなきゃ二人とも特訓追加だから。
はーい。
私と美容家は東、あんたたちは西。何かあればすぐに連絡して。出発するわ。
お姉ちゃん、大発見しちゃった。こっちこっ
今は宝探しなんかしてる場合じゃないのよ。
だって重要な手がかりかもしれないんだもん。お姉ちゃんに知らせたくて。
そうだといいけど、もし池袋にかじられたバッグとかバーチャルアイドルの抱き枕とか賞金ハンターが埋めた地雷とかだったらどうなるか分かってるのよね。
本当に違うから。ほら見て、あそこにほら怪しげな、なんていうかアートオブジェ的な。
It's also kind of, the music kind of makes me want to explore uncharted worlds in Mass Effect 1. I should just start Mass Effect 3.
外部から破壊された痕跡がある。本来はこうじゃなかったんだわ。
そうそう、それでね、気づいたことがあるんだ。ほらここ。お姉ちゃん見て、この辺の石半分くらい土に埋まってる。まるで何かの台座みたいじゃない？
確かにこの密集具合は人為的なものね。イエローエリアじゃ珍しくもない石だけど、高度が高い割に割れやすいから材料には不向きのはず。この密度からして誰かに積み上げられたものでしょうね。
パラデウスの仕業かな。それともここの住民が何か特殊な使い方をしてたとか？
わからない。写真を撮ってリバに送ってちょうだい。彼女に調べさせるわ。
わかった。それと来るかいお姉ちゃ
ん。まあ目の付けどころは悪くないわね。
褒められちゃった。
調子に乗るな。写真送ったら調査を続けなさい。
1分、あ、いや30秒もあれば OK。お姉ちゃん、この辺もう何もなさそうだし、そろそろ戻ろうよ。あ、調査隊から連絡だ。集落に到着して調査を開始したって。
そう、404は間もなく任務完了。集落にて合流後、次の行動について確認願う。そう返しておいて。
あれ、お姉ちゃん、あの岩の上にいる白いのミシティじゃない？もうここまで調べたの？
あいつほんとどこでも寝れるわね。
うぷぷぷぷ、お姉ちゃん
Why was she making why was she doing the Junko
アイ
thing?
ドリスに泣きついたって無駄なんだから。あとはこの卓越した能力でお姉ちゃんの心をわしづかみにしちゃえば。
If this game turns into Danganronpa, that'd be great. The game needs some pizzazz in its visual novel segments. Some Danganronpa pizzazz. Put it in the Killer 7 soundtrack too. Well, the Danganronpa, you know, it just takes a hard deviation.
Andris, 上からもよく見えないよ。
隊長に連絡するしかないね。降りてきていいよ。
あんたたち何してるの？
いきなり話しかけないでよ。びっくりした。
How far am I in the event? I mean, this is only the like this is like the first like standalone story segment, so like however I just got past the second battle, so not very far. I've just been kind of like I was trying to stream it the other day, but then my internet died, so I'm back in action right now. So I saw my analytics that stream too when my internet died is like one of my more popular streams since for the past few months, which is also funny because that stream was like one giant Nintendo rant. So yeah, I literally, and most of this stream, well, not most of it, was kind of just delaying get to this part since my stream died during the battle in segment 1-2, so I just did that a second ago. So now it's like the first story part of this stream. Other than that, it was just like other shit. So.
ドアを開けようとしたんだけど、衝撃と爆発で変形しちゃってる。
If you watch my so I literally it's pretty much for me as a game preservationist and just kind of like how I feel about video game prices. This is like the worst thing, the worst announcement ever, worse than the Xbox One one, because it's like the Xbox One announcement except Nintendo will get away with it. Because that's just where things are going, and they're you know diving an extra step ahead of what Microsoft was trying to do back then, which Microsoft didn't really get away with it. So that's the whole rub there. Because and like Microsoft did innovate with the smart delivery system, which I touched on, which essentially sounds like what Nintendo's going to try to do with their game cards. But there's no point to buying a physical card to download it. Which there's no, like, smart delivery on the Xbox, like, you had some games that, yes, had the Xbox One version and the Series X version on one disc, right? But that one kind of made a bit more sense for, like I mentioned Final Fantasy Origin. If you bought Final Fantasy Origin on the Xbox One, you got both versions. However, you still had to download the game, so it was just a download key. But that's still better than what what Sony did, which charged more for like the PS5 versions. But it still made, you know, the physical copy useless. And with Nintendo doing the same thing, like their games aren't going to be like backwards Switch compatible, right? They're going to be like their own game cards. So it's literally you're just buying a download key, like a download key, which is also something that like Microsoft did with the like MechWarrior Mercenaries. MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries worked that way on the Xbox, where but like when the servers get turned off, which they will, it is Nintendo, right? That's something they do. You have useless junk lying around, and that's only one of the problems. Like the whole Nintendo, like selling Mario Kart World for what, $90 physically? Even if Mario Kart World cost $100 million to make, Nintendo could make an obscene amount of profit selling that game for just $30. Because that, ever since Mario Kart on the Wii, Mario Kart sells an obscene amount of copies. And it's not like, you know, the 90s where, okay, I sold a game for like $80 to $90, which would be like $150 today, right? But you're selling way less copies. Like, what, Mario Kart 8 sold like, what, 40, 50 million units or something? Mario Kart Wii sold like something like maybe 70 million units. They'll make their money. It's them pushing it with a game they know that they will sell no matter what. But at the same time, people forget that every other system Nintendo releases flops pretty hard. So we'll see what happens with the Switch. Like the core price point of $450 doesn't bother me. In a way, I expect like consoles and stuff to be more expensive now, but there's no reason for the games to be. Like, sure, like production has gone up, you know, but at the same time, that's on the game companies. That shouldn't be the consumer's problem that they're wasting that money, you know? If that makes any sense. Like, Disney pumping tons of special effects to wow the audience is to get more people to go to the theater, right? Is Captain America really worth more, charge more than, say, like some, what the hell am I trying, like Mandy, for instance, Nicolas Cage movie Mandy. Now you're probably gonna pay the same to go, like, for the ticket price, you know, to go to the theater to see Mandy or Captain America. Captain America, of course, is gonna cost like, I don't know, magnitudes of 6 to 10 times more to produce, but it's gonna get way more people to see it. So they get the money back. Yeah, that's another thing. There's no post-production for digital copies. It's only on the server. Like, and this is all Valve doing it. This is Valve's fault. Like, so back in the day, the promise was, oh, like, the digital copies are going to be cheaper. Instead of, you know, paying $40 for a CD, you're only going to pay $30. Then they're like, oh, but Walmart was complaining about that, so we paired it. If that was true then, when did the lie start? Because if you go on Steam, none of those games are out. You can find at Walmart. They're full of shit. It might be true theoretically for the console side, but Steam was the leader in digital distribution. So that quite frankly, is a lie. They realized they could save on post-production, and for people, you know, going for the convenience of downloading, right? So the download price is the same as the physical one. Of course, now Nintendo trying to charge $10 more for the physical is interesting, right? But, you know, if something is gonna sell, you know, they can try to sell it for that much. But at the same time, as we've seen, people are not buying games. Like, that's why, like, people, like, if the Switch 2 sells, people will be buying the bundle with Mario Kart 8. The high price for Mario Kart 8 is to sell the more expensive bundle, right? Because, oh, you're getting a deal. For future games, we'd have to see, like, because then you're going to cannibalize your audience. Yes, games are technically are selling for less now than they did back in the day, but inflation has not kept up with wages. So, like, I straight up, in 2002, I could much more easily afford to buy, like, a PC game than I can now, just because I'm not making, like, twice as much money as I did. If that makes any sense. Which is going to drive more and more people to play free-to-play games and MMOs, probably, right? Because we're just coming off of last year, which we had huge flops in Dragon Age Veilguard. Assassin's Creed Shadows did not do as well as they're claiming, because they have had, like, on their digital network thing, Ubisoft's one, they got inflated numbers because they'd always, like, install, like, a trial or whatever, so that's how they pumped the numbers up of that game up to appeal to Tencent. Yeah, like that, due to hyperinflation, yeah, that's the problem. And it's really been that way since 2008. Like, I could literally go out and afford, I mean, I can make the money work. I'm good at buying random shit, but in 2008, I could buy, you know, like all the new games, right? I'm trying to think of what I bought then. And then I could buy the cheaper ones. So, like, so yeah, like, I got Lost Planet. Okay, let's just go back to 2007. Lost Planet, Halo 3, Call of Duty 4, Mass Effect, you know, all those new games, right? And then cheaper, then getting, like, Ghost Recon at a cheaper price, you know, all that stuff. Rainbow Six at a cheaper price. Fear at a cheaper price. Condemned at a cheaper price. Now, your Halo game, your Mass Effect game, those are selling for, like, are going to be trying, they want you to buy the $100 editions. Right? And spend more money. I don't know. What it does is, instead of me, like, the average Xbox fanboy, you know, playing Call of Duty and Halo, now they're going to have to choose. And it's not going to be I'm going to do Halo and Call of Duty. I'm going to choose the Halo this year, the Call of Duty this year, and probably skip out the next couple of years. You know. I still don't have the money for that. I need more of the currency for the guns, since I just spent them all this stream to level up the guns. I also need to farm the was it the T4 or something to break past the barrier from 50. I only have 2. I found that out at this stream. I mean, I've seen it before, but I keep forgetting. I need to remember to do more of those events in order to do that. Get my dolls up. And plus, I know I promised not to rant about Nintendo and the thing. It's going back to what with the Switch 2, the most surprising thing I found was that it's going to emulate Switch 1 games, not unlike what the 360 did with the Xbox, which, if anybody remembers how that happened, it was very, very hit or miss. Like, some games worked just fine. Others, like Knights of the Old Republic, were kind of broken. Like, had very weird bugs. Now, one can assume that Nintendo would be better at in the year 2025 than Microsoft in the year 2005, but we'll have to see. It's just kind of weird that, which again, another thing that will require internet connection, I assume, right? It's not like you can dump a Switch ROM onto the Switch 2 probably. You'll probably download something like the game once you insert the cartridge. Like for a handheld, handhelds, which is also why I have no interest in the Steam Deck. A handheld to me should be, like, I'm old school, so I prefer consoles to be playable without the internet itself, but especially handhelds. So, like, sure, download everything and play it on the go, but it's not really handheld friendly, you know. But then again, I'm not a phone guy anyway, so that's just modern gaming, I suppose. I'll just get out a pack of cards and play solitaire or blackjack or something. I don't know. Yeah, I've been trying to keep up the dailies, but I haven't been able to log in every day. Yeah, I've never even tried a Steam Deck. Again, the price was too high for. I have a old well, not even old. I have a workstation computer. I don't need a Steam Deck if I'm not going to use its portable mode. If I'm on the go, I'm going to be reading or playing guitar or something. I don't really play like portable games really anymore, so I have no use for a Steam Deck. Oh, touchscreens. I like the DS's touchscreen. So, like, even back in the day, I felt like touchscreens were better. I don't know. I think it's because they had to compensate for the market opening up with touchscreens becoming the standard. So they had to compensate for more and more people using them, which require, you know, more. What am I trying to say? More lenience, but less precision? Back in the day when I was on the road, I'd bring like a DS or Game Boy and something, and I'd end up just like, it's like, oh, this will pass the time, and I never ever booted it up. So I just think that even though the DS is probably my favorite system, like, the circumstances of playing it, like, on the road and stuff just never appealed to me. I just play it, like, because of the games, I think, actually. Like Phoenix Wright and stuff. I think it's more the games I liked than the portability, which really sucks because with Nintendo, you know, killing off the DS line and the Game Boy line, we don't really get like, the games on the Switch are what you're gonna find on the Vita and the like modern consoles, right? None of the more unique games that were on the DS, which I think I talked about before, right? Like Trauma Center. I really like the Vita though. The Vita is kick-ass, but at the same time, like, most of those Vita games are now on the PC, right? So it's just like, I'll just play them on PC. Like Gun Pixies and what was it, Freedom Wars? What was, not Freedom Wars. What was that one? I don't know why I brought up Gun Pixies, but that one is on PC. Got the it was that Sony like multiplayer game. I can't remember what it was called now. Next, I need to bring Army Corps from Hell and like fucking that Fantasy Star Nova game. Like I did play like the Switch up until I want to say 2023, like exclusively in handheld, but that's just because I didn't want to plug it into the dock and scratch the screen. Now I just have it permanently in the dock. Now it's because I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles and I was like, I need to see this. So yeah, like just I guess for how I prefer to play games, the Steam Deck has zero like appeal to me. And plus, I don't really like. I've had the Steam Link and the Steam controller. I kind of hated both. The Steam Link was fine, but it was kind of very touchy to get to work. Which then at the end of the day, like, sure I could stream from a computer to another like TV, but I use a TV as a monitor, so for my application, I'm just trying to think of like what the applications are for the Steam Link, right? Because you know, oh, you can stream it to your TV. Just hook up your get an HDMI cable, and hook it up to your computer to, you know, I don't know. It's like, oh, if you want more latency, you can use Steam Link. And then the Steam controller, like, that was dreadful. That was, that just did not feel right. Like, yeah, interesting idea, but buttons and joysticks, like, there's a sensory, like, sensation, right? There's a sensation to using, satisfying sensation to using buttons, to using a joystick, etc., that you don't get on like a touch screen or like a like what am I trying to say here, or like whatever that fucking input method is on the Steam controllers. Like, yes, you can use that as a shitty mouse. I'd rather use a joystick than a shittier mouse, just because it is more. It feels better. That's basically it. I think, yeah, the PS3 also had a thing with the PSP too, right? I think I tried the PSP variant out. But yeah, it's even though the Vita should be able to be used as a controller, it isn't for all games. It seems like, yeah, that's a problem too with like all first. Like I need to check my Vita, but like I remember the original DS wasn't bright. The Game Boys were notoriously dark. Literally, you had the Game Gear and the Lynx were the only ones that came out of the bat where you could see them in like a bus or like a train environment without a light, right? But I do vaguely remember the Vita being kind of dark, but I'd have to whip it out. And the Vita has that hardware defect with the memory cards, so that's why I never play them anymore. And I don't want to spend the money on getting a new one or an adapter and figuring out how to get an SD card to work. So the Vita and I have retired my Vitas.
何見てやがる。体ごとに暗号の規則が違えんだよ。情報漏洩を防ぐためだ。俺たちは単なる臨時編成だからな。環境調査隊のルールなぞ知らなくて当然だ。
3人が1枚ずつ持ってたってことはかなり重要な内容であるはずよ。
The new systems ain't worth getting. Like, in a way, as much as I like the Switch, the Vita was cooler. Like, it's hard to explain, like, how well designed the Vita was. There's a lot of little things going on with it, but at the end of the day, what demoralized me with the Vita, which this happened way later too, was the whole memory card getting corrupted thing, which that is horrible design defect. And not a cheap one either. But it is what it is. So, like, what I liked about the Vita was the I had to get it out. So, like, the Switch has this, like, you know, your DS buttons, which aren't that great, right? They're better than the DS, but I don't know. To me, the Vita felt more comfortable, and kind of like the philosophy between the games, right? That's where a lot of those, like, after the PS2, like, those kind of like B, C teams went to make crazy fucking games, right? Because they could. That's where the Wild West was at. Which again they did with the Switch, but the Switch also you're competing with modern games and shit. And also just like the interface of the Vita, like, and I really like the PSP also. But there's a lot of little things. So it's like one of those weird things where I think I do like the Vita more than the Switch, but that's in context of when it came out. Like, I like the DS and the 360 way more than the Switch, but that's, again, in the context of when they existed, right? Like, you can get all those games on, like, the 360 games and stuff on the Switch, on the modern PC, but it's just like the environment.
ブージャムの体内から発見されたドッグタグは彼らのものね。でも死体には生き袋に荒らされた。
Like, I'm trying to think of systems I actively like dislike. So the Xbox One has a really shitty interface and a lot of shitty features. Like, you can't get achievements unless you're plugged into online, so you can glitch your achievements out quite a bit there, which is annoying. And some games don't work properly unless they're online, which is now like the norm. But the thing about the Xbox One, its controller is great. So, like, just like the input, I don't know, for me input method matters quite a bit. But at the same time, like, it's easier to just, you know, get a game out and play a game on a PS4 than it is an Xbox One. So the PS4 is better, but I do like the controller. And all that multimedia shit that Microsoft tried to do is a pain in the ass to get to work on the Xbox One. So Xbox One is kind of a hassle to use. But it does have good features with backwards and forwards compatibility that the other systems lack. So it's not all a shit show, right? The PS3 should not have used the PSP's menu
こ
system.
っちはどうする？
But I appreciate the fact that Sony never changed the menu systems of their systems, right?
そうして
Because they worked.
私は集落に戻って
Xbox 360 notoriously did. It had a great... The Blades, the first menu system, were fantastic. One of the best operating systems.
パラデウスの
Then they changed it to NXE, which had more features and was cool, but it wasn't the Blades. But it did have a lot of neat features because of Kinect and stuff. And then Metro, complete shit. It got rid of the features in NXE and was slower than Blades and just looked like shit and operated like shit. So I at least appreciate Sony for not changing things up on the PS3. I just wish it worked better. Because you had the... So compared to like the PSP, it's same system on the PSP, but it worked better in the PSP in my opinion. Just because the handheld factor, right? It was kind of necessary. The original Blades blew it out of the park. Blades was great. And the Wii menu system, also fantastic. Very easy to use, quick. So... That's the problem with the PS3's kind of infrastructure. Plus, PS3 had the worst controllers ever made, really. So, we're still going. I thought that last segment was going to be the end of this story segment. I could rant about every system now, I guess. The 3DS, it's like the DSi. Which again, I like the DS is my favorite system. You plug a game in and it just works. DSi is fine, right? It makes sense. It has a little operating system. 3DS is basically that with more features. Okay, it looked cool with 3D effects and stuff, right? I have no real complaints because there's a lot of cool stuff you can do on a 3DS. And then the Vita, again, going back to the Vita's operating system, like it's like a graphical user interface. It's like the Wii's, right? So if you like the Wii, you'd probably like the Vitas. It worked pretty well. So, and the Switch is basically the PS4. It's PS4 system. It's exactly the same. So if you like the PS4s, you're going to like the Switch. It looks better on the Switch. It looks a little bit cleaner on the Switch. These are like minor things to playing, like actually playing the games. But some of the features do matter though. Like Kinect games on NXE kind of required some of those things that they took out with Metro and kind of buried Kinect's existence. Plus, if you like bought custom backgrounds and shit, they kept getting broken, which is great. Thank you, Microsoft. Which never happened, by the way. You bought a background on the PS3, it's still usable today. You bought a background on PS4, it's still usable today. You buy a background in 2005 on the 360, it's not usable in 2008 or 2009. Bought one in 2009 on the Xbox 360, it's not usable today because of Metro. Yeah, I haven't booted up my Vita ever since. Again, the memory card crashed and took out my Persona 4 save. I was like 60 hours. Now, I beat Persona 4 on the PS2 back in the day, but I wanted to see the new content in Golden. I was finally going through that, and the fucking memory card got corrupted. It's great. I mean, which, that happens on other systems too, but on other systems, it's not a super expensive fix, you know? Yeah, they're like Kinect little games that you can kind of get to work on Metro, but the menu systems to access them were only on NXE. It's real hard to explain, but they're like little mini games and stuff because you know the Kinect. But it's just like Microsoft fucked the consumer with for no reason on Metro. Just they want parity with their Windows phone. what worked on the Windows Phone, and it worked great on the Windows Phone, is not how a console is designed. If they wanted, like, you know, the weird wavy, you know, clicky, you know, like connect shit. I don't know how you describe that. That's what NXC was, and it worked for NXC. And NXC was pretty good. I'd rather have Blades, but the NXC was cool. So them going to Metro completely ignored the fact that they had a system that worked for Kinect. And it's like, I'm not going to use a touch screen or my phone to operate my 360, which they tried to do with the Xbox One. And it's like, no, I'll just use my controller, it's faster, there's no point to doing this. This is a weird gimmick. Like the Wii, it's like a Wii U gamepad gimmick, except with the fucking phone. It's like, let's make things harder to do for no reason, just because we have the ability to. It's like, yeah, like you bought like a premium theme on the 3DS, right? You still use it to this day, and those were fucking cool. The premium themes on the premium themes on the 3DS essentially are the premium themes on what you found on the NXC variant of the Xbox 360 Wii, which with Metro, it's like, oh, fuck that shit. Look at the ads. You bought that shit. You got you. Thanks for the money, pal. We're gonna rip you off for buying that shit. It's fantastic. But of course, that was the second time they did that, because NXC also did that with the Metro themes and stuff. I mean, not the Metro, the Blade themes and stuff.
Nikolai, 俺は喧嘩しに来たんじゃない。別れを言いに来たんだ。別に喧嘩するつもりはないよ。事実を言ったまでさ。事実？寝ぼけてんのかお前。
So yeah, I kind of promised not to rant about Nintendo, but that's in a whole rant, right?
生き残った連中も左遷か除隊だ。
And if we even go further back, again, this is just nonsense on graphical user interfaces, but it's important because of it's how you interact with the getting you from point A to point B in the game, right? Now, Xbox was necessary for like the Blades for the whole community aspect, because like that stuff was kind of not really there, like. You couldn't easily access that stuff on the PS2, GameCube, or Xbox. But for just playing games, those three systems were great in their simplicity. Especially the GameCube is very elegant, right? But even the Xbox, you had everything, all your features very quickly on one screen. PS2, it was there, but it wasn't as elegant. The GameCube's essentially was how the PS2 handled it, but in a much more elegant and quick way. But then like the Blades solved that. It's like, oh, now you had all these extra features. Quick, easy, friends list, group chats, whatever. All that stuff. All you ever really would need. Now you boot up like a Xbox One, and it's literally filled to the brim with bullshit. Advertisements. They made it harder to find achievements. This is great. Going from literally, you go from 2005 to 2013. Things got way worse starting in 2013. And every time they do an update, they never fix the problem. They just move the problem around. That's the Microsoft difference. Now, I'm not familiar at all with the PS5 or the Series X. and which is great because those systems are coming to a close right now without any games. People apparently bought the PS5 though, which is great. Well, I don't know what they're doing with it, playing Madden. But yeah, it's just like so I have no frame of reference. Probably never will have a frame of reference to how those work, how those controllers work. I believe the Series X just uses the Xbox One controller, right? Which again, that's always something that Microsoft has done very well. Starting with the Duke, fantastic controller, then the S controller, then in my opinion, the greatest controller of all time, the 360 one. Again, it's like the GameCube controller, but more ergonomic. And then the Xbox One controller, which is like that, not as good, but not as good as in, you know, 5% off. Just a little bit lighter and not as ergonomic, but still way better than their competitors. I'm just kind of going on rants right now. Just the passage of time where everything gets worked. See, I don't know. For me, it's like I got one right here. It just feels right. Now I like the Duke though. Like, so I'm weird. I know that a lot of people made fun of the Duke, but for me, the Duke was comfortable, and this is super comfortable to me. Like the GameCube one is fairly comfortable, but I don't know, the 360 one feels correct. The weight is correct, and all that. Other like comfortable controllers, like maybe probably the most comfortable controller I've ever used is the Sega Saturn one. And honestly, like the CD32 controller is pretty comfortable. Like the CD32 looks like a mess, but that controller is very nice. But then that just might be my hands. But like as far as old school controllers, the Sega Saturn's controller is probably the GOAT as far as comfortability. Now I've got one here. The Super Nintendo controller is okay. It's not my favorite. It's a bit small, which is probably why I'm not huge on the PlayStation controller either, because it's essentially just a thicker Super Nintendo controller. But it's the PS1 controller's okay. DualShock's pretty good. DualShock 2 is not as good as the DualShock 1 in my opinion, and of course the DualShock 3 is and a 6-axis are horrible pieces of shit. But I got a Wavebird here. Wavebird, okay, the Wavebird feels great. The Wavebird, again, this is how a controller should feel in my opinion. Alright, there we go. Alright, I have time. Let's go back. Let's do one of the let's end with one of the I don't have any okay. What can I do? I got it. We'll rock and roll with the neural survey. Sparkle. Like the NES controller is super small. That one, the NES controller to me has always been uncomfortable. It's like, again, the Genesis and the Saturn difference. All right, let's do it. But then, even though I like Genesis and Saturn controllers are a couple of my favorites, I hate the Dreamcast controller. To me, that's an uncomfortable one. Yeah, I'll keep this squad. We'll end with battle. I'll try to get through this event at some point.
横たわれば敵立てれば兵器
Oh my god, die and kill him. Okay. Yeah, the Dreamcast controller isn't ergonomic, I guess is the word. It's oh, Diane. Okay. It's it also functionality wise really need a second joystick. Like they really fucked up without it. Oh my god, Vepley. Now I know it's based off of the Saturn 3D controller, which I've never used because, I mean, what? The default Sega Saturn controller is so good, and most of the really good Sega Saturn games are not even in 3D. So it's just basically made for like Knights, right? Which that game isn't really 3D, right? It's like God, what? I don't know. I've only played a little bit of Knights, but it was like on a 2D plane if I remember correctly. So I don't know if like the Saturn 3D controller was any better, but it looks the same, just like a disc with buttons, you know. Oh shit, we're getting attacked. Shoot him! No, it's not gonna kill him. Oh, it will kill him. Fantastico. We will get through this segment at some. I'll just wrap up the stream by doing this part. So we only have a couple more left. This gives us stuff. Awesome. Pot of whales. See how this turns depressing? Alright, we will do it. Now I'm dying right away. That's a cool angle. Interesting. Shoot him. Coco des indeed. What? Game. I clicked them like a millimeter off. Really? That blade kill. That blade kill. Alright. Yeah. Whatever. I like the fact that the Sega Saturn like had what was the 68,000 CPU in it, and developers, in order to you know, were more familiar with that, so they just started making games with that CPU instead of the main one. It's great. I think it was that. It was some Motorola CPU that they just kind of threw in there. It was like a co-processor. It's like, fuck it, we're using that. I feel like I should have had Groza over there. Oh shit. Maybe not. Kill him. Okay, I was gonna say, someone needs to die. This is lame. That isn't. Alright, Vepley. Oh, fuck's sake, whatever. It's fine. Is he going to die? Yeah. No, he's healed himself. What the fuck? Oh, he's dead. Okay. Kill the. What the hell? Shoot him. Damn it. Okay. I want to figure this out. Really? Kill with sonic waves. How horrible. What the fuck? Alright, it is what it is. Yeah, just stay over there. I don't give a shit. Stay in the middle of no man's land. Attack Vepley, please. That's how we win. Alright, as promised, let's wrap this up. We will commit ourselves to victory here. Oh shit. Spoilers. Fuck. Okay. Huh, okay. Level 45, oh my god. Alright, well, we can manage this.
Yo.
Yoy. Really?
Yo.
Is a better angle? No. Kill him. Oh shit. Okay, Diane. It's kind of charming, isn't it? Yeah. It's funny. Yeah, we'll just do that. Especially since it's like almost her size. Oh, she killed it. Oh, she's awesome. Okay. Yeah, that's the character I need to use more of. I know I just got her not long ago, but I need more. I want to try her out with my at higher level squads. So right now 50 is about where I'm at because again I need more of the like upgrade, whatever they're called, stock bars. Shoot 'em. Can you just kill this guy for me? Really? Oh shit. Disaster. Mekti seems like such a weird character to use. Wait, she can shoot him? Oh, Vepley is kind of badass. Oh my god. Alright, I'll just do it.
Yoy.
Yoy. I have 4 units left. Oh yeah, there's another dude up here. There he is. Laggy laddie. Shoot him. Wait a minute. No. Yes. I guess she's gonna blow herself up. Whatever works. Coco Des, indeed. Damn it. It's fine. Ooh, that fucked him up. What? Mild jank ahead.
こっちを見なさい。
It's not dead. I made a mistake. Shoot him. Yoi. Shoot the barrier, yeah. Good. She's so much more powerful than everyone else with with her bullets.
バッチリ。次さん、次のパフォーマンスはいつ？
All right, rock and roll. We shall collect our rewards. All right, we did that one. Awesome. So are we caught up then? We all caught up? All right. So yeah, next time I'll go back into the event. I don't know when the next stream will be. We shall see. Well, I'll go ahead and sign off for now. Adios, everyone. Party on and shit.